So let's dive right into this explainer with a quick question. Do you consider yourself a good, law-abiding citizen? Well, hold that thought, because the truth is, a lot of those everyday, completely harmless habits we all have, they might actually be illegal. You see, the crucial point here is that the world is literally full of invisible laws that most of us don't even know exist. We just go about our day thinking we're doing absolutely nothing wrong. But in reality, some of the most normal, mundane things we do are technically breaking the rules in a lot of places. Let's look at our agenda for today to audit your daily digital habits. We'll start with the everyday repost trap. Then we'll look at digital theft and copyright, how you might be invading privacy without knowing, the fine print around passwords and data, and finally, some physical world offenses. All right, Section 1, the everyday repost trap. It's not just sharing. Let's be honest. We've all taken a cool meme or video and reposted it like it's ours. But guess what? That's technically copyright theft. Even screenshots or re-uploads count. It really doesn't feel like a true crime because, well, it's just social media, right? But the reality is, the creator owns that content, and using it without credit can actually get you into trouble. So always give credit, or better yet, make your own stuff. Moving on to Section 2, Digital Theft and Copyright, Unseen Stealing. What's really fascinating here is just the sheer volume of ways we violate copyright laws on a daily basis. We're talking about downloading a movie, a song, or an ebook from one of those sketchy sites. It also includes using uncredited music or movie clips in your videos, which, by the way, platforms like YouTube have incredibly strict bots for now. Or even just grabbing a random photo from Google Images for a thumbnail. I mean, those images belong to someone, and using them without explicit permission, that's a massive violation. And listen, it doesn't matter if you aren't selling that movie you downloaded or if you aren't making a profit off of it. Downloading copyrighted stuff without permission is illegal pretty much everywhere. In fact, people have been slapped with fines of thousands of dollars for a single movie download. So streaming on unofficial sites or torrenting might feel totally harmless in the moment, but legally speaking, it's a huge risk. Now, this also applies to the software running on your computer right now. Using cracked software, those free pirated versions of Photoshop or Windows, isn't just illegal because it's stolen. These cracked apps are almost always loaded with malware and spyware. You are literally opening the front door and inviting a hacker right into your laptop to steal your personal data. Absolutely not worth it. Let's jump to Section 3, Invading Privacy Without Knowing, Secret Recordings and Snooping. Okay, so have you ever witnessed a funny moment or maybe an argument out in public and you secretly recorded it on your phone just to show your friends later? Well, if that person didn't know you were recording them, that can actually be illegal in a lot of countries. You simply cannot record someone in a private place without their consent. And here's the kicker. Even if you never post it to social media, simply hitting that record button can count as a crime of invading privacy. So definitely make sure everyone is cool with it before your camera rolls. Then there's this legal concept known as unauthorized access. Ever picked up someone's phone just to check something quickly and ended up reading their messages? Yeah, opening private messages without consent is unauthorized access, even if it's your partner. And get this, it applies to Wi-Fi too. No way, right? But letting your phone automatically connect to a friend's network without asking them first is legally treated exactly the same as hacking. It doesn't matter if you just wanted to check Instagram for 2 seconds.
All right, Section 4, Passwords, Data, and Fraud, the fine print.
Have you ever listed something for sale online before you've actually bought it yourself? Like maybe advertising concert tickets you're just about to buy or a pre-order item. It might sound like a brilliant little business hustle, but listing items before you actually have them physically in your hands is technically misleading buyers. In most places, advertising something you don't officially own yet legally counts as fraud. So wait until that item is actually in your hands.
Another huge data trap involves collecting people's information. If you're running a school project, a small business, or even just a little mailing list, and you collect names or emails without explicitly asking first, that's actually illegal under privacy laws like the GDPR. The internet takes privacy very seriously these days. Even just storing customer info without their crystal clear permission can cause some massive legal headaches.
Now, I know this next one is going to hurt a bit, but sharing your Netflix or Spotify password strictly violates the company's terms of service. In some jurisdictions, it's actually even considered unauthorized access. Crazy, right? And as you've probably seen, companies are already aggressively cracking down on password sharing. So enjoy it while it lasts, but legally speaking, you are operating in a very murky gray zone there.
And finally, Section 5, the invisible laws around us, physical world offenses.
Let's step away from the digital realm for a second and look at the physical rules we ignore pretty much every day. Almost everyone does these things: crossing the street when there's no signal, glancing at your phone for driving directions, or maybe tinting your car windows just a little bit too dark. Because almost everyone does it, we naturally assume it's perfectly fine. But that excuse of, well, everyone does it, absolutely will not save you from a fine if a cop pulls you over. These are exactly the kinds of laws people completely forget exist until they are caught red-handed breaking them.
So it turns out the world is just full of tiny, invisible laws, and chances are you've probably broken at least one of them today. But look, the goal of this explainer isn't to make you feel like some master criminal. It's to empower you. Being aware of these rules helps you stay smart, stay safe, and stay one step ahead. So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with a quick question to chew on. Which one of these surprised you the absolute most? And honestly, which tiny invisible law did you break today?